Sometimes successful people aren't good. Sometimes they're not even lucky. Sometimes they're just stupidly relentless. Hi, I'm Brody Frye. And yes, I made that up about 10 minutes ago in the shower. So if you like that, grab yourself a chocolate milk and stay tuned. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Brody Frye, and here we dive deep into difficult questions. We'll map out thoughts, theories, and crazy ideas for the love of knowledge and growth. So, how do we answer some of the mind's toughest questions? This is the Mind Hiking Podcast. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Happy Wednesday, and you guessed it, I got a chocolate milk in front of me. So cheers. Ah, that's refreshing. Sometimes I use Hershey's, sometimes I use Nesquik, sometimes I use Ovaltine. Today I got Ovaltine, and it's awesome. Reminds me of my childhood. Some people don't like chocolate milk, and that is totally fine. And other people, if you think you're too old for chocolate milk, then you're already dead. Too many people die at 30 and are buried or cremated in their 70s or 80s. It's amazing what a little bit of young, reminiscing, young, nostalgic pleasures bring back. It's okay to have a glass of chocolate milk as a man. So get off my back. No, I'm just kidding. I love chocolate milk and I'll never give it up. It's the best. All right, that's my little chocolate milk rant. So today kind of opened up with a little bit of success. So we're going to kind of run along that today. Where we're going, I have no idea. Just like all of these episodes, I pull them out of my ass on the fly. So some of you knew that already. Some of you, if you didn't know that already, then damn, go me. Because sometimes I feel like it's pretty obvious. But today I do have kind of a picture in my head, but just want to talk about getting to where you want to be, finding, kind of going down the road of success or the pathway to success, not necessarily success itself. But like I've said before, first and foremost, you need to define what success means for you. And a lot of times, majority of people, I would say, probably immediately think about money, which is fine if that's what it means to you. But for me, that's not what it means. Obviously, finances have a major part in what success means to me. But the biggest thing for me with success is freedom. And that can go many ways, but one of the biggest specificallys would be freedom of time. I don't want to be restrained, and I want to be able to do what I want when I want, kind of thing. And yeah, money plays a big part in that because that's going to be what affords me to be able to do what I want when I want. So it's kind of hand in hand type of thing, but you need to be clear like that. You need to be you can't just say like money is success kind of thing, because that's clarify what you want, clarify what success means to you, and then you can figure out the pathway. Don't figure out a pathway to success and then when you get there you have no idea if you're there or not, or you'll never get there. So yeah, once you determine what success means to you, then we'll worry about the path. And a lot of times the path kind of uncovers itself. A lot of times it's like, you got to take your foot off the ground to take the next step. You can't take the next step staying where you're at. So I feel like I've brought a similar point up before, but don't be afraid to take risks, take chances. And that's so easily misunderstood as well. Because a lot of times taking a risk or a chance, like if you have two opportunities in front of you and one of them is more of a simpler path or like requires less short-term change, and the other one requires more of a movement, more of a leap, that doesn't necessarily mean that is the leap of faith. That doesn't necessarily mean that is the risk one, like the high risk, high reward kind of thing. Like sometimes taking a risk is following the path that you're on, because we're all on paths already. Because that's like super misunderstood a lot of times, because it is important to take risks in life. It's important to learn and fall and get back up again, and yeah, a lot of times it may be the path that you're on is the risky path, and staying on it is the leap of faith. And that's kind of what I'm finding with myself, especially when you have everybody around you not agreeing with it or not seeing it or not understanding why, because that is the leap of faith. So I'm kind of getting personal here, but that's fine. Just determine your version of success and find your path. And then I'm a big advocate for taking risks. I like taking risks. I like taking chances because, like I've said before, you're in your mind and nothing can get you. Nothing, like anything can be done around you. Anything can be done in your circumstances, but you still have your mind and nobody can touch you in there. Like I've talked about kind of like a simulation theory on a few episodes, and in the whole like brain in a vat kind of thing. And really that's pretty damn accurate, because we are, and it's called our skull. We're just brains in a skull, and everything we see, everything we hear, everything we taste, touch, smell, everything we feel, even emotionally, everything that we understand, everything that we take in, everything that we learn, everything we think we know, everything comes down to electrical pulses, which basically is the whole brain in a vat theory. Is my brain in a vat hooked up just being sent signals, which it is, literally. But that can be, dug into further and deeper, and I don't want to I have an episode on that, and that's definitely a topic to come back to. Just wanted to quickly bring that in because kind of correlates a little bit, but like I said, nothing can harm you in your mind. So I'm a big advocate on taking risks because you're safe. It's okay. So it's all on the exterior, and nothing can get you in here. So don't be afraid to take risks. It's very important. Along with important factors to the path of success, another major one that I also have episodes on is the importance of pressure. Pressure is absolutely crucial for multiple reasons. One of them being that pressure, if you're in a spot where you don't want to be, pressure will force you to move. It'll force you to act. It'll force you to either act or react. And when you're under enough pressure, something is going to happen. When you have enough pressure, something's going to happen, whether it be the object creating the force giving or moving, or you giving or moving, or a little bit of both. But either way, pressure is crucial for movement, for something to happen or form. It's super important because especially if you're under pressure from multiple directions, which a lot of times I feel I am, which is another crucial. It's like, I can't stress this enough. Pressure, especially from all directions, like when it feels like your world is caving in on you, that means something good is about to happen. When you feel your world is caving in on you, when you feel pressure and heat from all directions, constant, long periods of heat and pressure is what creates diamonds. You need that heat, that pressure to become something great. Nobody ever became something amazing by sitting on the couch and ordering DoorDash. So you need to put yourself in positions where you feel pressure. You got to step outside your comfort zone. You need to, because that circle, your comfort zone is like a circle or more like a sphere, but slowly shrinking in on you. And if you're not constantly stepping outside of that comfort zone to expand it, it's going to continue to shrink in on you. And then sooner or later, everything's going to scare you. You're not going to be able to do anything because everything is outside of your comfort zone. So you constantly, every day, have to do something that scares you. Put yourself outside of your comfort zone to expand that. And for the fellow gym goers, again, I've said this before, 5 a.m. I get up every single morning and go to the gym. You can't expect to tone or gain muscle to stay fit by not working muscles. If you don't go to the gym, you can't expect to be building muscles, being toned, whatever your goals are. Like I said before, determine what that is for you. Like for me, I want to gain weight. I've always been a really skinny person, and I'm trying to gain as much weight as I can. And I know that's not common. Majority of people that go to the gym are trying to lose weight. So again, determine what that is for you. But you can't expect to reach those gym goals without getting outside of your comfort zone. If you go to the gym and you walk what you'd normally walk in a day, you're not stressing or straining yourself. You're not putting yourself outside of your comfort zone. If you've never been to a gym in your life, then good for you, because just getting there and going there is putting yourself outside of the comfort zone. But just make sure the next day or the next week or whenever you go, make sure you go again and make sure you push yourself a little more. Just even if it's baby steps. Sometimes I like to do baby steps. Sometimes if I'm not feeling it, like count what I've done the day before and I get to what I did the day before, and I'll just do a couple sets past it and just be like, okay, that's I'm just not feeling it today, but I make sure to at least cross what I've done in the past. Sometimes I'm feeling like a beast and I just go in there and I just dominate myself. I'm just like destroy my arms. I'm just like just beat myself up, and I'm just like I just feel like an animal, and just go tear it up in the gym. And those days are awesome. Those are like leaps and bounds. I just like jump forward. Sometimes I step it up a bunch of weight, and I'm just like really feeling it, which is awesome. And I love when I'm at the gym and I'm feeling it. I know I need to take advantage of it, because that's not every day. A lot of times I'm like, I'm just not feeling it today, but I make sure to at least get to my minimums. And then I'm just like, on days where I'm really feeling it, take advantage of that. Just really just hammer it, because those don't happen often. So when you're feeling it and when you're on, be on. Take it. Take it and run with it. It's awesome. It's a great feeling, and then you have a great rest of your day. It's the best. But yeah, it's like finding that success and doing that pressure. It's so important, because like if you go to the gym, and it's like if you would go to the gym and then you work out and then your muscles hurt and you're like, ouch, that hurts. I can't. And then you just like, your body and your mind are like, this is a lot of pressure. It hurts. Why would I do this? So then you stop, and then you're not toning, you're not fit, you're not bulking, whatever you're trying to do, you're not going to get to what you're trying to do, because it hurts. But you have to step outside your comfort zone, because it's not going to work. You need to do what feels uncomfortable. It's good for you to be uncomfortable. And there is, like anything, there is too much of a good thing. There's too much of anything. So again, find what that means for you, but balance is key. But you gotta push yourself. You gotta find your balance, but you gotta push yourself. You need that pressure, you need that stress, and you need to push yourself and pressure yourself to be that diamond you want to be. And I'm hitting this gym point pretty hard, but that goes for any aspect of your life. Whether you want to be more social, say you want more friends, then start going out. And say you're a major introvert and talking to people scares you, but you don't have any friends, and so just go out to a local restaurant, bar, whatever, even if it's like bowling. If you're into golf, go golfing. Just hop on the chipping or putting green, and whatever. You can make conversation anywhere, doing anything. So go out, do something, anything, and whatever your interests are. And that's a great starting point, because there you go. You already have a common interest. So it's easy to start talking to somebody. So do something like that, make small talk, make conversation, and then over time, and say you just do that one time in a week, and that's your pushing yourself, because you normally just don't leave the house. You just maybe next week go out 2 times, and then again, find your own ladder, find your own steps, but just make sure you're expanding that sphere. You gotta push. You gotta grow. We're here to grow. We're here to develop. We're here to mature. We're here to be the best we can be. And staying stagnant is just gonna shrink that circle, that sphere, and it's just gonna make you weak. So you need to constantly be pushing yourself, pushing your boundaries, pushing everything. This is all like super obvious, but I want to make sure that it's clear, because it's so important. Like I said, you can't. Mother Earth is pushing those diamonds deep within her mantle, just compressing carbon into diamonds, and then through volcanic activity, out pops these shiny gems. And they went under a lot of fucking pressure. So, yeah, it just keep that in mind. I like to keep that one in mind. I find that cool. So, yeah, this is going to be a super short episode. Pretty straightforward. Just pressure is key, and you got to be not afraid to step outside your comfort zone and really push yourself. Determine what success means for you. Find that path, or determine what you want to be and what seems to be the best, what seems to be, especially if you're young. Determine what you want to do, determine where you want to be, and don't be afraid to take risks, especially if you're young. If there's more of a risky opportunity, but it's more like the best case scenario is more of what you want to do, what you want to be, then take it and give it your all and just do your best at that, especially if you're young, because then you got time to make it up, and you at the very least you gain some knowledge. The experience in the knowledge is priceless. So it's super important to take risks. Take risks when you're young, and don't be afraid, because you're you, and nobody can hurt you. Nobody can get to you. And just, it's all electrical pulses in your mind. Even if somebody offends you, that's just an electrical signal in your head. So you can control that. And that's up to you to control. Everything you take in is just electrical pulses. So just trying to full circle it here about everything I said. So I hope this all helped you guys. If you guys are kind of in a place like I am, I've said this before, I do like having this podcast where I can say these thoughts and feelings as I grow, as I'm going down my own path. And you guys can see this progression. You guys can see this growth. And I'm being an example. I'm putting myself out there for you guys. And one of the biggest thoughts that just runs through my head is because we're all humans, and I'm sure we all have these thoughts that are I'm not good enough, or why should I even bother? Why should I even do this? And yeah, absolutely, I have those thoughts with this podcast. And sometimes I'm laying there and I'm thinking holy shit, I can't believe I even started this. I'm just embarrassing myself. Why do I keep doing this? And then other times I just have a blast with it. I'm this is so fucking awesome. I love doing this. So much fun. It's so cool. And I love it. And that's the majority of the time. But there are those times where I'm ugh. And a lot of times it's the day of the release of one of the heavier topics of mine. And I'm just I don't know if I should be sharing this information or putting this out there like that. But what keeps me doing it is, if I was on my deathbed looking back on my life and I didn't do everything that I wanted to, and I didn't take risks, how much that would hurt. Looking back on my life and having something to give, knowing that I had something inside to show the world, and I didn't, and now I'm about to die. That would suck. That's what keeps me going. That is what keeps me stupidly relentless. And time is on my side, and being stupidly relentless, it's inevitable. And that is the beauty of time. All right, everybody. That is all I got for you. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you stayed till the end, I appreciate you as always. If you're liking what you're hearing, please follow me on Spotify. It really helps. I'm seeing those numbers grow every single day. I see you guys. I see all the support, every single listen, every single download, every single follower. It means so much to me. So please hit that follow button. It really helps. I love seeing this podcast grow. It's doing very well. Way, way better than I ever could have imagined. It's so cool. So cool. And I know this is just infancy. I know this thing's going to be huge because, like I said, time and relentlessness. I'm going to keep going with this, and it's inevitable. It's going to be awesome. So keep it going, guys. Keep the love and support going. I'm going to keep going with this, and if you guys love it, keep listening. Give it a follow, share, spread the word. If there's an individual episode you like, send it to somebody. That'd be awesome. So stay tuned for Monday's episode, and rock on. Have a great rest of your week, guys.